All right. But did y'all see the bedwenching coming from Sage Steele? Did y'all see the bedwenching or coming from her? But for those who don't know, there's this woman, this sister, and I'm saying that in quotations. Let me get on her. Good freaking grief. Now, Sage Steele, she works at ESPN. She's a commentator, and ESPN is basically a coon farm. I swear, all the black people, in order to be a black person on ESPN, is it mandatory that you have to be a fucking coon? It has to be mandatory that you are a coon. Shout out to Miko Grimes. Miko Grimes got in her ass. I love Miko Grimes. I got to have Miko Grimes on the show. Miko Grimes got in her ass. Miko Grimes called her all types of coons. But Sage Steele, she's a mixed black woman. And Miko Grimes, no, I'm getting my names mixed up. Sage Steele. Sage Steele, the other day, Sage made this post about a black football player who kneeled during the national anthem. It was Mike somebody. Was it Mike Evans? Who was it? Who was she trying to clown? Sage Steele put out a tweet. Let me find the tweet. Somebody send me a link of the tweet that she put out about the brother who kneeled during the national anthem. She said some real coon. It was Mike Evans, right? I like Jamel Hill. Now, Jamel Hill, she keeps it 100. I like her. I like her. What was the tweet that Sage said about Mike Evans? You know how, they'll get coons and bedwenchers to say shit about Colin or whatever, but Mike Evans, he was one of the players. He decided to take a knee and not stand for the national anthem. Okay, somebody give me a link. I'm waiting on somebody to give me a link of the tweet she put out. I'm being lazy right now. I don't want to look for it. Y'all faster than me. Because I want to read the tweet that she said. Yeah, she tweeted some shit about democracy. Okay, this is it. Brooklyn Boy. Thanks, Brooklyn Boy. Hold on. Okay, so this is the tweet by Mike Evans. I'm looking at this article. It says ESPN's Sage Steele rips Mike Evans for national anthem protest. So this is the tweet. She posted up a white man at a military cemetery who's kneeling down at a grave. This is Sage Steele. She said, "Hey, Mike Evans, look up the definition of the word democracy and remember this pic while kneeling and exercising your right to protest." So she posted a picture of a white man kneeling down to a grave. So people got in her ass about that, for criticizing that brother for kneeling. He's protesting brutality. She's protesting, he was protesting brutality. So when she said that, I said, let me look her up. And sure enough, she had a white husband, lily white husband. So classic bedwench talk. And a lot of black folks were going in on Sage. So she decided, and what is this? No, I'm not the nanny. Wait, what is this? Hold on. Hold on. Wait, let me see this. 1 second. She said something about being a nanny. Hold on. Mommy strong one day. Okay. Mommyhood, unfortunately. Oh, okay. Okay, look, this is great. Hold on. So let me read this. Somebody just sent me this. This is from 2015. Sage Steele wrote a blog. She said, "No, I'm not the nanny." So she said, "I'm pretty sure I'm the luckiest girl in the world. Healthy, happily married mother of 3 awesome, crazy kids, blessed enough to achieve my childhood dream of being a broadcaster for ESPN. My kids are now 13 and 8, 11 and 9. Okay, I'm just trying to skip over this shit. Over the last 13 years of mommyhood, I learned so many priceless lessons, but at the top of my list is the ability to handle uncomfortable situations with grace. Unfortunately, the most common uncomfortable situation involves race. As a product of a biracial marriage myself, my mother is Irish Italian, my dad is African American. I have always felt the stares from people of both races. Hold on. Okay. I'll never forget my first outing after giving birth to my first baby. Nervous yet overwhelmingly proud is the best way I can describe feeling. But when two middle-aged women approached me and asked if I was the nanny, it turned that special outing into an uncomfortable moment. Now, let me say this. Now, in this thing that she wrote, she said two middle-aged women. She didn't say white, which is what they were. She didn't say white, which is what these women were. There's two white women said this to her. She went out of her way not to say. Now, if it was two black women who said it, she would have been like, these black women, she would have specified that. She would have specified that. But it was two white women who thought her black ass was a nanny. So she was like, now, all three of my children are very light complected. Along with being half white myself, my husband is 100% Caucasian. So you do the math. They're like a quarter dark, as I like to joke. They have bone straight hair that refuse to hold a curl. However, for someone to blatantly stereotype me, just because my kids don't look like me, and choose to verbalize it, is proof that prejudice and stereotypes will always remain. Get the fuck out of here, Sage. See, it's like, oh, feel sorry for me when it's convenient. Ooh, the white people are mad, so let's rally around me when it's convenient. And when the coast is clear, I can start Negro bedwenching again. Cry me a fucking river. Because let me tell you, this is what she wrote in response to people criticizing her for criticizing Mike Evans. This is what she wrote recently. People got in her ass on Twitter about it. This was the other day. The article says, ESPN Sage Steele responds to criticism with impassioned Facebook post about diversity. So this is what I call the Bedwench Manifesto. She said, this is the first thing she said, diversity. As a self-proclaimed, proud, biracial woman, my father is black and my mother is white. Let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. Sage Steele goes out of her way to never, ever, ever admit that she's a black woman. Do you notice that? Look at everything that woman writes. Look at everything about her. She will go out of her way to never, ever, ever, ever admit that she herself is a black woman. She goes in, I'm biracial, I'm mixed, I'm diverse. She goes out of her way to deny herself being a black person. Hold on, because I'm wait. I'm losing my stream. I want y'all to feel me on this. Okay, like I said, family, y'all back? Refresh your page. Hold on. Refresh page. All right, refresh your page, fam. All right, hold on one second. Now when I'm really about to spit, shit gets crazy. All right. Okay. Hold on one second. Let me make sure everybody refreshes their page. I hope when I move into the new house, we don't have computer problems like this. All right. All right, we back. We good. All right. All right, we're back. We're in the house. We good. All right. But like I said, Sage Steele goes out of her way to never, ever, 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 ever admit that she's a black woman. She never admits that. She goes out of her way to say that she's a proud biracial woman. And this is, let me read the rest of what she wrote. She said, these days they call it the D word, diversity. Everything is all about embracing diversity. Fortunately, millions of Americans of all races and religions and cultures do that. But how many of us actually mean it? Unfortunately, way too many African Americans and people of color don't embrace it. We as people of color continue to cry for racial equality, diversity, and acceptance, and rightfully so. That said, why must we continue to tear down those within our own race? Stop. What race are you? What race are you? First of all, she's criticizing black folks for tearing, or people of color, whatever the fuck she thinks she is. She's criticizing people of color for tearing down other people of color. But ain't that what she did with Mike Evans? Ain't that what she did with Mike Evans? She criticized him. So now when everybody's criticizing her bedwenching ass, oh no, no, no. Why do people of color have to do this to each other? Stop. See, the thing is with her, with that whole I'm biracial, what that means is I'm better than the rest of you niggas. That's what that's all about. That I'm proudly biracial, that means I'm not one of you niggas. I'm a little better because I got this white man over here who's having sex with me. That's what that really means. Let me read the rest of it. This is the Bedwench Manifesto. My mother is a perfect example. Raised by an Irish father and Italian mother in a small Massachusetts town, she went against her parents' wishes and married a black man that she fell in love with. What she dealt with was fresh off of the tumultuous civil rights era, and it was horrific in many ways, which is one of the reasons why she's the strongest, bravest woman I know. Instead of rolling your eyes at my black father for selling out, shouldn't you be praising my white mother for following her colorblind heart and not succumbing to the pressures of American society back then? Pause the fuck out of that. So she's saying we should praise her white mother for marrying a black person. We should praise her white mother for marrying a black person. Because her mother was brave and strong for marrying a black person. What kind of bedwench bullshit is? Her dad is brave. That's the bravery. He could have got killed. Let me read some more. This woman, this is bedwenching 101 right here. Then she said, apparently not. How about more than 4 decades later, instead of giving me all of those all-knowing looks of disgust and calling me a sellout when you see pictures of me with my white husband, or you see me with my very light-skinned biracial children, shouldn't you be praising that white boy from Indiana who followed his colorblind heart and married into a biracial culture completely different from his own? That woman is sick, man. This is tragic mulatto. She's saying we should praise her white mother for marrying a Negro, and we should praise her white husband for marrying her, a strong biracial woman. She won't even call herself black. For marrying a biracial woman. We should praise her white husband for slumming with a slave. No, we're not going to praise your white husband for doing something. They've always had access to Negro wenches. That woman is psychologically sick, man. Y'all just got to read it for yourself. Let me read some more. Oh, man. You don't get a hall pass just because you're a minority. That's that biracial shit. You don't get a hall pass because you're a minority. Racism is racism, no matter what color skin you're in. So if you call me a sellout or a coon or an Uncle Tom or any other derogatory term to let me know that you disagree with me, you lose every ounce of credibility with those you deem racist on at the drop of a hat. Does racism against African American / people of color exist? Of course. I have personally felt it. But the fact that so many of us actually have to fight back against others within our own race is incomprehensible, and frankly, it's pathetic. Go ahead, keep hating with your double standard, that hypocrisy. Just know that every time you do it, it sets us back even further, and I refuse to be a part of it. Don't stop. Stop, Bedwench. Stop. It's that I refuse. You already refuse to be a part of Black society, Sage. You already refuse to be a part of Black society. You keep referring to yourself as biracial. That means I'm better than you niggers, and I can reprimand you, but how dare you say anything about me? Lowly niggers, I got a white man. I'm Sheba from Django. I get to sit up in the big house and drink champagne. How dare you Negroes say something about me? That's her trying to have a superiority complex because she get a white dick in her mouth every night. That's bedwenching 101. That is bedwenching 101. Classic example of a bedwench. What's this? Sage Steele should be in jail. What's this about? What's she do? Oh, I see. Okay, look at, what is this? What is this? Hope my kids enjoy the 2-finger Oreo. Okay, I don't know what the fuck that is. Some prank she did on her kids. Okay. But Sage Steele, that's a person who, people like that, they have so much vitriol towards Black society. That's why she's downplaying her Black dad and talking about how brave her white mother is. You see the mental mind fuck of that? Praise my white mother for marrying a Negro. Don't praise my Black father for being in a position where he could have gotten killed for messing with a white woman. No. My mother was brave for marrying a Negro. See, niggas like that, Sage Steele is very dangerous because they have vitriol towards Black society, especially that Black father, Black males. Because the thing is, in her mind, if it wasn't for that Black man, she could have almost been white. That's her mentality. If it wasn't for that fucking Negro being my father, I could have been white. I was almost white, but he fucked it up. My mother is so brave and strong, and I praise my mother, but that Negro stopped me from being white. I was almost white. And people like that, they have vitriol towards Black society. That's why they're some of the biggest bedwenches on the planet. She snuggles up to that white dick. She wishes that white man who she's in a relationship with, her husband, she wishes that was daddy. So they go out of their way to deny any blackness. I'm proudly biracial. Until some real white people come around and remind her. But she won't criticize them. She won't call them out. The people who called her a nanny, look at the different articles. Look at the different articles. Now, that article where she criticized Black folks, the whole article, African American, Blacks, people of color. I mean, she keeps calling them by name. You African Americans. You African Americans. Y'all be criticizing. She's calling African Americans out by name. Now, when the white people sat up here and called her a damn nanny, she said, well, two middle-aged women, she made a point not to specify that they were white women. She made a point to specify that those were not white women who called her a goddamn nanny. Nothing's more insulting than that. Somebody come up to you with your kids, and they're like, oh, you a nanny? Because those old middle-aged white women, they real slick with it. Especially when you got your kids. They real slick with it. And Sage Steele, she's one of them negresses who think that it's flattering when white people touch their hair. Look at this. This is Sage Steele. Look at this.
Cable TV, it's awesome. Hatred. Do you have to have hatred to succeed in this sport? Because here's the thing. He's a really nice guy behind the scenes. I mean, do you have to hate your opponents to win?
Can I touch your hair? Can I feel? I love your hair, by the way.
Random.
That has never happened before? Because everybody that's
like
in this
to
chair
know.
is thinking, and I can assure you, that's real hair, people, and it's very soft, I might add. What is the question about Saturday night?
I have no
John
idea.
Jones is going
I have no
down.
idea what I just... Yep, cable TV, it's awesome.
Do y'all know I posted that clip on Twitter, and I had a bunch of Negro bedwenches debating me. I had Negro bedwenches debating me, talking about, ain't nothing wrong with white people touching your hair. Her black ass let this dude touch, not only did this suspected white supremacist touch her hair like she's an exotic pet, like an exotic Negro dog, but did y'all catch what he said? Oh, it's real too. Did you catch that part? It's real too. And she's one, bedwenches, they're flattered when white people touch their hair, like you're some type of exotic animal. They're flattered by that. And look, the white supremacists, they know that black folks really don't like that. At this point, white people are not dumb. The white supremacists, they know that that's insulting to touch a black person's hair. We've said it enough, they know, but they'll still try to pull that shit to see who they can get away with doing that with. So she sat her ass up on here on national TV and let this dude grab her hair like a pet. Let me tell you something. White women don't let you do that shit to them. White women ain't gonna let nobody sit up on national TV and grab all in their hair like that. That's not no professional setting. Now, it was a bedwench who was arguing with me on Twitter. She made a point. She went to a convenience store, and there was a white girl behind the counter. So she said, hey, can I touch your hair? And the white girl behind the counter let her touch her hair. I'm like, look, that's like we're talking about a minimum wage person working behind the counter at a CVS. I'm talking about somebody in the workforce. Somebody who's a colleague on a job in a professional setting. They do that shit with black folks. You can't do that with them. I ain't talking about some random person making minimum wage. They'll let you do whatever. In a professional setting, that touching black folks' hair bullshit, that's something that they do to kind of put black folks in their place to let you know you're their pet. They pull that on black folks in professional settings, or they try to pull that on black folks in professional settings. You can't do that to white people in no professional setting. You can't even touch a white person. Go touch a white person in a professional setting. They'll go down to human resources on your ass. They'll go down there and say you assaulted them. But again, that's the quintessential bedwench right there. It's all about putting the Negro in their place. That's very degrading. Touching a grown person. Now, children, I get it, because children are cute. Like, hey, look at the kids. I get that with children. I get that. But when you do that to an adult, that's putting them in a childlike position. That's like, you're not on my level. You understand? That's like saying to an adult, you're a child or a pet to me. When you rub on people's hair. They say she flirts with Jalen Rose. Hilarious. But But like I said, man, ESPN is like a coon farm, man. It's like a coon farm.